What is going on, people? Welcome to the Midwest Mike Sports Show. I'm your host, Mike Klean, and I am joined here with the man, Midwest Mike. What is going on, Mikey?
Not too much, man. How about you? Good night last night?
Beautiful night. What a way to start the week.
Hell yeah.
Over 9 units. 9 units
Yeah.
and some change.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see, man.
Like me and you were talking about the night before, too. We almost just did a 10-unit parlay with the Celtics over and then decided to play it safe. Yeah, but we still got the one.
Still got the one.
Dodgers and Mavs were the big games. Didn't have to sweat either one of them. Dodgers had 2 runs in the first, ended up winning 4-0. Walker Buehler bounced back.
Yeah.
Little bigger than I even thought. I didn't think he'd go a complete game shutout, but 10 strikeouts. But yeah, he looked good. And then the Mavs, that was definitely a no sweater.
Yeah, no sweater. Yeah, dude. Yeah. That Walker Buehler, man, what a you said he was gonna bounce back. And did he in a big way? I mean, he had like 8 strikeouts with 75 pitches in the 8th.
Yeah. Well, dude, like I was telling you, I saw his last start when he pitched against the Braves at home. That's the game I was at. And I'm not kidding you. When he gave up that first run against the Braves, like he came off the mound like, motherfucker, fuck. Like, dude's fucking intense, man. So
yeah.
Once I saw him slated versus the D-backs, I'm like, yeah, this motherfucker is he's gonna bounce back.
He's gonna bounce back, and did he in a big way? And he did for us, and it was just a fantastic night. What a way to start the week! We got Roger Mason in the house. What's good? Let's keep
What's
the train
up, Roger?
rolling.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it, Raj. Let's do it. All right, so we have a decent slate today, Mike. A decent slate. We got the NBA. Now, there's some spots we can't talk about, but if anybody has any questions or concerns or wants us to talk about specifically something or Mike to talk about specifically something, let us know. Throw it in the comments, as always. We got Mad Hate in the house, if I'm saying that correctly. Hey, Coach, how about them Celtics?
Obviously we all knew the Celtics would win the series and everything. I was on the Celtics the first few games. Last night, I guess I shouldn't have got weirded out by it, thinking the Nets maybe could win one, but that's why I turned to the total instead. Sunday, I was looking at the Warriors over, and then I didn't play it, and I played the Warriors, so I just didn't want to make the same mistake I did on that game and just play the total. Don't play the side that could go either way. And it worked out. We got the total in the parlay and on the straight bet. But to answer your question, Matt, I mean, it's got to be Celtics or Heat in the East. Yeah. I think Celtics really in the East. I do. And then in the West, obviously I got a futures on the Suns and Warriors. I'm not counting the Suns out yet. We'll see how they play tonight. Tonight is a pivotal game 5. They've looked like shit the last couple of games. But it's hard to bet against the Warriors right now in the West. So a Warriors Suns would be that'd be a good finals, I think. And we got a shot then at cashing our futures as well. I think Memphis is overvalued. Before this Timberwolves series, I was kind of high on them to maybe make a little run, but after seeing the Wolves beat them here a couple times now, Wolves should be up 3-1 against them. Yeah. I just think Memphis is overvalued. They're just not there yet. And I mean, they're playing without even Steven Adams, their leading rebounder all season, and then they're not even playing him. So it's just been some weird stuff in the NBA, but I think a Warriors Celtics, if I had to predict it right now, I think that's what I would go with. So
yeah, and
sure, the Warriors didn't look good the last game, but they looked very good the 3 games before that. They had one down game, whatever. But also, if you watch that game, though, the Nuggets couldn't miss from deep. Like, no, the Nuggets played the game of their lives, and still was a close game. And had Warriors not had such a terrible first half, the Warriors probably still would have won.
Yep. And Jokic looks exhausted. For the Celtics, it's huge that they got Robert Williams back. I mean, that's just really big for them. They can kind of bring him along as the series gets deeper. Now they get some time off, which is great. We got Big Mike in the house. What up, Big Mike? Always great to see you here, my man.
What's up, man? Morant getting exposed. Yeah, yes, I agree. He got the most improved player, yesterday? And then tried to give it to Bane. You see that on Twitter?
No.
Yeah, he left the award for Bane in his kitchen or something. I don't know. I'm actually not as big of a Ja Morant fan. I've obviously been to most of these Timberwolves, Memphis, the home games here in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And I've seen him go up to a couple little kids and stare them down and shit after a shot. I'm not a fan of that, man. You can talk your shit. I'm all for trash talk and all that, but I don't know. And then his cousins were sitting directly in front of us. We were second row, they were first row, and they were talking shit. And at the end, when especially that game where they collapsed, they're waving to us see ya. It's just, I'm all for that kind of stuff, but just the one guy even got in one of the refs' faces and got kicked out of his courtside seat. And I don't know, man. I'm not really a Ja fan anymore, honestly.
Yeah, I get you.
Just after seeing little shit like that in person, and
I
don't know.
For sure, man. We got Jaden in the house. These are some of the worst playoffs I've seen in a long time. Why you think that, man?
Just because all the 3-1 series, 4-1 series, or
yeah. But I think it shows the
next round
and the talent of the teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some of these teams are more playoff ready. Just what it is. We got Tyler in the house. What up, Ty? Anthony Edwards, most likely player of the NBA. Damn, you're close.
He's got to be one of them. I remember when we drafted him. I forget exactly what he had said, but the shit was great. Humble. He's humble. Let's put it that way.
He is, and he exudes a lot of confidence for a young player. And because he comes off as humble, it doesn't come off as cocky, which is kind of a rarity in the NBA. So it's nice.
Yep.
It's definitely nice to see him. Dude's been balling out. Jaden's saying talented teams with no effort. Just isn't it good? Yeah.
That's just the NBA though for you. I was talking yesterday, Durant put up a shot. I text Mike. I'm like, dude, had he fouled his shot, he would have gotten the rebound. And you just don't see that in the NBA. That's why when I saw Jose Alvarado playing full court defense against Chris Paul, part of me was like, what the hell are you doing, dude? And then the other part of me is like, you know what? I like this. It's more like college basketball. This is what it should be like. Not this just throw it up and start running back. No, throw it up and go follow your shot. And you know what I mean? This is the playoffs, man. So
I'm with it. And it's nice to see, a little pest out there, man. We all love a little pest.
Oh, yeah. He's that for sure. And he got in Chris Paul's head. He
did.
He made himself look very good. So.
He did. He certainly did. About Ja, he's a one-trick pony. Basically deleting him from the game. And then follow that up. We got MP in the house. Are you going to play the T-Wolves game today? What are you thinking, Mike?
Probably not. The total is about the same again, that 232.5. Yeah. I could see that going either way. The side, I do think Memphis is a little overvalued. But God, the Wolves have really played 3 straight good games now. I mean, the one game they fell apart, but I don't know. If I had a gun to my head and had to bet this game, I'd probably do Memphis -3 first half. Mm-hmm. Just thinking that them maybe back at, I mean, obviously I hope the Wolves keep it close, come out hot like they have the last couple of games. I just don't know if it's going to happen again. I could definitely see Memphis winning this one. And then Friday, which I'll be there again. I'm so pumped for game 6. It's either going to be to clinch it or to survive.
Right.
So I really hope the Wolves can win this game because I know they'll win one of the next two. We'll probably clinch it on Friday if they can win tonight. So tonight is it's a big game.
It certainly is, man. And you've been a traveling man. We missed last week. You're in LA. How was the trip, man?
Trip was good. Yeah.
Good.
Went out to LA, brought my wife out there for her birthday, and then obviously went to that. Well, we were going out there just for a few days and then see one Dodgers game.
Right.
And then the night we got out there, the Clippers were playing their playing game. So I'm like, well, we got to go to that. So.
And then Reggie Jackson came and sat next to you.
Yeah. At the end of the game, that was crazy. So.
It's dope, man.
Yeah. No, it's fun. But no, back. I'm excited to go to this Wolves game again, and then we got the Wild Playoffs coming up, so definitely go to some of that. And then we got our trip coming up, the giveaway.
Yes, we do.
So whoever wins that, whatever stadium, whatever team, and of course we'll have obviously some of the best seats in the house at whatever stadium you guys pick out. So.
Yep. Yeah, can't wait for that. And just a few more weeks for that. That cuts off on May 15th. So any orders, that's including recurring orders. So any orders that come in from the day that we announced it to the 15th, you will be included in that. So, and yearlies are already always included because they only buy once and it's 365. So they're automatically included. And then everybody else. As long as you got one order within that window, you're good to go. J. Rue, still devastated on the Golden Knights collapse.
I am too, man. That game pissed me off, especially when my Action Network said end of the third, 5-4, whatever the hell it was.
Yep.
And then I was on the phone with Mike, and then
we were celebrating.
And then I was like, what the fuck? It just said they scored. How's that possible? It said the game was over. And then I saw the replay and all that shit. That's about as bad of a beat as you can get. Up 5-3 with 2 minutes left, and then the game tying goal with under a second left in a meaningless game for the Sharks. And the game meant a lot to Vegas for playoffs. And then they didn't even win in the shootout. I was so happy they at least lost the game.
Yeah, they deserve it.
I'm a Wild fan, so I'm not really a big Vegas fan anyways. Obviously, betting on them for money, but.
Right. Yeah, Vegas over the last couple of years, man, very profitable team.
Yeah.
They used to be at least. But yeah, nightmares after that one. Big Mike, we going to Yankee Stadium, guys. He's calling the win already.
I've never been to New York or Boston, so that would be a fun trip for sure. Matt's question about the NFL draft props. Possibly. I've been reading up on some of that stuff as far as draft positioning, and you can get some good odds on some of that so we'll see.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see. Maybe a 1 unit or something, but
yep.
MP, LA swapped all the Twins gear for the Dodgers gear. Just like last night, I've over the last couple of years turned into a bigger Dodgers fan than a Twins fan. I'm a Minnesota sports everything guy, don't get me wrong, but the Dodgers make me and make us a lot of money, and it's hard not to like them. Literally, their 7 to 9 hitters guys would be 3 to 5 hitters on over half of the MLB teams right now. It's nuts. It is. So I added it up. I think I'm 9-3 on Dodgers games this year for 10.95 units. So
love it.
The Dodgers have made my next few months' mortgage payments for sure. So I got to roll with them.
You have to, man. And you were saying almost every single one of their wins was by 2 runs, right?
Every single one's been by 2+, all 12 wins. Yep.
That's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it seems to be, Mike, that you know when to not be on them, which is even better because you know.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on them a few of their losses here this year.
Right.
I mean, one of them was the game I was at when Max pitched a gem and they just couldn't do anything, whatever. But yeah, a lot of times, like there's a game this Arizona series. I'm not going to say if it's today or tomorrow, but there's a game where I'm probably not going to be on them. Yeah. So, yeah, you just and I get weird gut feelings with the Dodgers. Like I can sometimes just tell when they're about to go off after they lose a few games or something and then bounce back. But
no doubt, man, no doubt. So that pretty much concludes for NBA. Unless anybody has any further questions.
Who do you guys want to see in the finals? You can put that in the comments. I know you're saying let's have a good week. Drive to Milwaukee to see the Celtics for Game 3. Where do you live, MP?
Yeah, that'd be great. What a game that would be. That's gonna be a good series, man.
I think your Bulls are done, man.
Yeah, we're already counting my Bulls out. That's okay. They were done before the playoffs started, man. Yeah. They snuck one win. One win. They gave us one win.
You get blown out that bad at home.
Oh, God.
First playoff game in how long?
Disgusting. Disgusting. The starters weren't even playing. They were taken out before the fourth quarter started, man. It's a joke. They're just not ready. Jaden, good question here. How do you pick your games for the day, like the ones you will bet on? How do you do that, Mike?
Well, I mean, Mike kind of knows. Like, we'll talk every night, kind of run through the slate, games that pop out. Each sport's different. You'll notice here, like the NBA playoffs, I ride a lot of the same teams, at least for the series. There was the Wolves totals. I was on the under for like the first 3 games, and they kept dropping it down. Guys, when that Wolves total opened for game 1, it was at like 242. Now we're seeing 232 now for like 2 games consistently. So like stuff like that. And we did get burned in game 1 because of like a 75-point first quarter. Otherwise, that would have hit 2.
Oh, yeah, that was nuts.
But we did hit a couple unders there. There's also like the which team was it? Well, I know there's one tonight, but for example, teams that win the first couple games and then going on the road for 2 games. Like if I think they're going to sweep or go 3-1, the Celtics is kind of another one too. If I know, if say I hit the first 2 games at home and then I think they're going to take 1 of 2 on the road or sweep, I'm going to bet them both games. You know what I'm saying? And then in my opinion, go worst 3-1. I kind of look at it as like a series type thing here in the playoffs too. Like, okay, I'm 3-1 on the series. That's profitable. Boom. And then every once in a while you got a 3-unit play in there and, that kind of stuff. Baseball is a lot for me. Pitching is huge. The pitching matchups. And then you've got to break down splits. How do they hit righties? How do they hit lefties? Day games, night games. Where do they rank in, ERA, RBI, all that kind of stuff. How successful have they been against that team this year, last year? Pitchers. Some teams have pitchers' numbers. Some teams don't. There's a site, Baseball Savant, that will give you, if you go to it and then in the top right, click probable pitchers, it'll give you their stats, that pitcher stats versus current batters from the other team. So it'll say, like, for example, I'll pull it up here right now. Baseball, I got it right here. My bookmark. So like tonight, for example, let's reload here. Give you a good example. I mean, some pitchers, only have 15 plate appearances or whatever. So like, okay, just an example. Zach Davies has 142 plate appearances versus Dodgers hitters tonight. The batting average, the Dodgers are hitting 267 and 142 plate appearances against him. Now, this is his career versus current Los Angeles Dodgers roster. He's got a 19% strikeout rate. It gives you a ton of stuff. their slugging, their FIP, all that shit. But you can even click on it and break it down, per hitter. I mean, there's their whiff percentages versus that pitcher, their walk percentage, all that kind of stuff. So, but like I said, each sport's different. Baseball and hockey are similar for me. Obviously, you got goalies in hockey, you got pitchers, and so it's different, but it's similar. There's way more data and analytics and stuff in baseball, but
right.
And then football, like I said, every sport's different.
Right.
But there's lots of different tools you can use for different sports. So
no doubt, man. And I'm really liking the way that you're approaching the NBA playoffs, because me personally would always go game by game, not necessarily looking at it in a series outlook.
Yeah.
And it's actually really nice because it kind of alleviates some pressure. And it's like, okay, let's just win the series, almost like the damn teams. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's just win the series. And I think that's a great way of looking at that. I really do.
Yeah. And then, like I was saying, there's trends with the totals. It's like why we were on the Celtics over last night. You saw 239 points game 1, 221 game 2, and then 212 game 3. And then yesterday, the total, I know it closed at 222. We got a good line on it, but we got it at 220, which was 7 points less than the game 1 total. So in my opinion, that was a little overcorrection. And that was kind of my way of, I mean, obviously that's how I bet that game last night. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised last night to see the Celtics sweep them. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Nets steal one. So that was kind of my angle there, just knowing the Nets, if they had any shot, would have to score some points. They'd have to play at a little higher pace.
Yep.
And that's why we're on the over, and it hit 228.
It did. It did hit 228.
We did a little side bet. I talked to Mike at the end of the game. He was still sweating it. I'm like, bro, there's going to be there's going to be at least 228 points in this game. I tried betting him, and then I even offered to give him a hook, 228.
I should have took it.
He didn't take it, and it ended at 228. So.
Yeah. I should have took it. It was a decent side bet, man. And I'm kind of new to betting totals personally. So I was still sweating with about a minute and a half left. So MP is 4 hours north of Minneapolis. That's what he was saying.
You're close to me, MP. Damn. You ever come down to the Twin Cities at all? Let me know, man. I'll bring you to a game. I actually just locked down Timberwolves season tickets too. The same seats, 2 rows behind the visitors bench. So hit me up next season, and I can give you tickets or bring you to a game, whatever you want to do, man.
Be sick,
and
man.
Yeah, that goes for anybody ever in the area. I can bring you to a game, or I'm also going to be getting Vikings season tickets and maybe like a half season for the Wild or something. So
yeah, I like those hockey. They always got the different game packages you could pick.
Yeah,
pretty nice. Bulls don't have enough. They need Lonzo. They need Lonzo, and they need a lot. They cannot rely on DeRozan to drop 40 every single game.
And Levine, I don't know,
disappeared.
They just don't. They don't have the makeup to get it done. Even if Lonzo was healthy,
right?
Nah, they got to do something, because there's no way they're a championship team.
They need a marquee player, and they really haven't had one since they drafted D Rose, and sadly his career ended in injury. I mean, he's still playing, but he's not D Rose of who he was on the Bulls when he won MVP. So, I mean, they haven't had a marquee guy until Jordan.
Yeah, wasn't that the last time they're in the playoffs when D Wade was playing?
Yeah, D Wade, Rondo, and Butler.
Hey, I'm not laughing. It's similar to the Timberwolves, because the last time really the Timberwolves were actually in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, besides the one series was 03. I graduated high school in 05, and I remember going to that. We made it to like the Western Conference Finals. I think we had played the Kings, like Denver, the Lakers. I went to most of those games.
Yeah.
And that 03, dude, almost 20 years. That's how long. And that's why Minnesota is so excited to see playoff basketball. So
well, you know what? We were talking about this, about the Bulls. They kicked MJ out, man. So no marquee player ever wants to come to Chicago. It's just been the same thing since he left.
Yeah, you got a messed up ownership group, just like kind of the Timberwolves had. I mean, now I'm glad to see A-Rod stepping in here because I think he's going to do some stuff. But
no doubt, man, what a marketing mind that guy has. I mean, just a great businessman. Matt Hayes.
He's living here in Minnesota now.
Is he really?
Bro, he's at every game. Every game.
Well, I see him, yeah, but I thought he flew in from his LA crib or whatever.
No, even during the regular season.
Oh, nice.
He was at every game, dude.
Nice. Matt Hayes, Celtics. He's a Boston guy. J. Rue, going to game 6 for the Raps. It's going to be insane.
I liked the Raptors to win that series before it all started. Obviously, before last night's game, I would have said, nah, they're done. But I liked them to win that series, and now shit's going to be real interesting because if you're the Raptors, you're just viewing this as we're at home and our backs are against the wall. It's do or die. Let's just get this one game, and then we'll worry about game 7. What's that spread at?
Let's see here. What is that game? Thursday? 76ers minus 1.5.
Oh my God.
Can we see another Philly collapse? Can we? You know how much pressure is going to be on them if they go to game 7?
Well, now they already got the excuse because Embiid's thumb is a torn ligament. So if something happens, hey, guys, I can already see that shit coming, dude.
Oh, no doubt.
Fuck that. Go Raptors. Let's go.
Yeah. You're 100% correct.
I just love the Raptors. They're like
you've loved them all year.
Yeah. So
all year.
Yeah.
Celtics Heat Eastern Conference Finals, really good. Yes,
I don't see it being. I don't see it being any other way.
No, me either. Are we gonna see a 5U anytime soon? Insert the eyeball emoji.
Probably. If you haven't noticed, I'm just getting my groove back here, guys. Like I had my first 4-unit play and pretty much over a month. Like when Midwest Mike Sports first launched, I had a few 4-unit plays. I think 3 of them, lost all of them. So I'm just trying to get rolling again here, and then get my confidence back up. We got the start of the baseball season. I don't usually nuke anything right off the bat until we kind of figure out who's real, who's not, that kind of stuff. And had the first 4U last night. Got another one tonight. We're easing back into it here, but definitely down the stretch here, you probably see a 4U or 5U in the NBA playoffs, an occasional 5U in MLB. So definitely it's coming here, but they're rare. I'm not the guy who throws up 5Us every other day and hypes it up. And you know what I mean? When I have them, it's rare. So,
Super goat whale max.
And and I'm sticking to my system too, which is more, my PODs are 3 to 5 unit plays, 1 or 2 of those, and then occasionally 3 unit plays or something a day. But I'm just sticking to my system, guys, because it's been working. It's been about a month now since I realized that. And, the POD plays are 3 to 5 unit plays. Most of the time they're going to be 3s. Everything else, 2 unit. And then I got a strategy with parlays that has been working. We're in the green, like 14, 15 units on parlays in general, and about 30 units on parlays of the day since Midwest Mike Sports launched.
Yep. So
the strategy with the parlays, guys, is working. Not many people, and I'm not talking 2-team minus 400 parlays. I'm talking 4 or 5-team parlays. 4 of them are minus, 160, minus 180. I'm talking 10 to 1, 15 to 1 type parlays. And we're profiting off those. Not many people can say that. So But my whole strategy, just so you guys know what the parlays is, to at least hit one. All right. So that way. So I don't care if I go 1 and 6 on parlays for plus 0.5 units. Guess what? We were profitable on them. We hit one parlay. It covered all our other ones. And we had a shot at winning 10 to 15 more units. It just didn't work out. But you know what I'm saying? So as long as you hit one, it takes care of all the other parlays, covers the costs on them all. Just like last night, we 1 and 2 for plus 3, whatever. Yeah, it would have been nice to hit the other 5 unit. But it's just a system. And like Friday night when we hit 3 or 4 of them, whatever the hell it was. Yeah, 4. Hit a 10, a 5, a 3, and a 2,500. That's when you have big nights.
Huge.
So you just do it strategically to put yourself in a position to at least hit one, if not more. Obviously, you're hoping to hit as many as you can to have a monster night, but at least hit one to cover the cost on the other one, so you're not finishing down on them, if that makes sense.
Yep. So, and it's working, man. It's working.
And I know a lot of people chirp when I have the same team in multiple parlays, but my thinking is, you know what? Yeah, some days it sucks when, you have a confident play in a few of them and it loses. But I would rather have my most confident plays in multiple ones than just throwing in some leans and just hoping for the best. Just like last night, I had 2 parlays, 2 3-teamers. Both the top 2 had the same 2 legs in them, and my 4-unit and 3-unit plays with 2 other, one was a 2-unit, one was a lean. And we hit the one that had the 2-unit in there. That's just, it's all strategy. So I'm not just throwing shit up there, just throw it up there.
Yep. And Matt thrown in a good
proven
point
that
here.
By now.
Typically only one off on a lot of these parlays. So
a ton of them. And once you start to bounce our way, that's like back in November when we rattled off 100 units in under 2 weeks. that I'm not kidding you. That was a big part of it though. We hit like 24 parlays in 19 days or something. And that's parlays are a big piece of that. So especially now doing some bigger ones. And what's weird is I'm hitting more of these bigger ones than the ones I was doing before, risking 800 or 0.8 units to win 3 units. We're actually having better success risking a half unit to win 5 units, doing these ones that pay out even more. So it's weird.
It is. And if you guys go and check the spreadsheet out on the website, just click results. You guys can actually go see all the parlays. We have them all written in here. And a lot of them, the odds are well over 500 on a lot of these. I mean, over 800. The bigger odd ones seem to be the ones that are falling, which is nuts. Recently, I mean, it's great because low risk, high reward. And, that's why parlays of the day are sitting at about 30 units. I mean, it's been fantastic since launch, and that new strategy has been fantastic. Let's see here. Big Mike, don't threaten me with a good time. We got to schedule a boys trip.
I'm totally down. Totally down.
That would be awesome. Absolutely awesome. Let's see here. We got Zach in the box in the house. As a Bulls fan, mixed emotions. Yes, I'm with you. I feel your pain. Who else we got here? Blow a 3-0 lead. It'll be Doc Rivers in this.
Seriously. I'm not a fan of him, man. I'm not a fan really of Steve Nash. For the Nets to get swept like that, I mean, I don't know, man. And Irving didn't even look like he really gave a shit last night. Is that just me or
Kyrie?
Yeah.
He walked in with a duffel bag, clean out his locker.
It just seemed like he was defeated and didn't really give a shit before. But this Ben Simmons bullshit, man, for that motherfucker to get paid, a month or 2 ago was supposed to play. Oh, I hit the court. My back still hurts. I'm going to be out for a while again. Then he was supposed to play last night and the day before. You know what? I went and did a couple shots. I'm 99.9%. That 0.1%, I can't play. I got a Mountain Dew commercial to go do. So I'll see you guys next season. Like, come on, man.
Yep.
You just robbed the Brooklyn Nets, bro.
He's robbing everybody.
Yeah.
Robbing everybody.
When I saw him on a Mountain Dew commercial last night, I'm like, you fucking kidding me? You can do this shit, but wait, bro, you're playing basketball. You're not going out as a linebacker in the NFL. Like, okay, your back's a little hurting. Guess what? It's game. What is it? Game 4 of your do or die. Give your team 10, 15 minutes at least. Not asking you to play the entire game.
Right.
You're telling me you can't just one game, could be your last game for a few months, and then you can rest your back for another fucking few months after playing 10 minutes of basketball? Come on, man.
It's something, dude. It's something, man. And Stephen A. Smith, he put out a, he's been going off on ESPN, and it's pathetic. It really is. It's pathetic. The guy is losing credibility as the days go on, and we talked about this last night. The Nets did not succeed because they're a collection of players that simply just don't seem to care. They just don't. And then there's Durant. That's it. They just don't care. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's very aggravating. Ben Simmons is right there with me with Russell Westbrook. They irk me. They've been irking me for years.
But at least Westbrook plays, man.
At least he plays.
I'll give him that. This Simmons character, man.
You don't want to play. You don't want to play. He just wants to look. He just wants to look all swagged out on the bench, stick out like a sore thumb because he doesn't match any of his players. He doesn't even talk to anybody on the bench. If you watch him, he looks like he's got no friends.
If I was a teammate of his, I would have called his ass out, dude. I don't give a fuck. I would have gone on Twitter and called his ass out. Like, fuck this guy, dude.
Right. 100%, man. 100%.
That's bullshit.
Put your team's hoodie on and sit there and be a part of the squad. Yeah. The hell is this, man? You haven't earned your steak. Not on that team. Not on any team.
No.
Mike, you got any home run picks today?
You could probably pick somebody from the Dodgers. Maybe, I don't know what a Freddie Freeman homer looks like. Cody Bellinger was the National League Player of the Week last week. He had a couple homers last week. Maybe something like that.
Yeah. Yep.
What else we got? I think I only got 1 or 2 MLB plays up right now.
Yeah, you said you had a free play in MLB. Why don't you take it away?
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to give you guys, it's a 2-unit play in the MLB. Some of you guys, it might be a little tough lay. I get it. Let me pull it up here. But I do like it. It's a thing about MLB is it's a big spot play. So the Oakland Athletics play the San Francisco Giants tonight. All right. The Giants are like minus 260, minus 270 on the money line, or at least they were last night when I did this. But the play is Oakland Athletics plus 1.5 at even money, plus 100 for 2 units. So here's the deal. San Fran's returning home after playing 10 straight road games and playing its 12th straight game in 12 days. They traveled from Washington to Milwaukee to play one game that they won, and we cashed yesterday on the money line, plus 160, and now travel back home to San Francisco after being away for almost 2 straight weeks. This is also the Giants, their third different team in 3 days as they face the Nationals Sunday, Brewers on Monday for a 1-game series, which is just weird, and now face Oakland on Tuesday. Oakland had yesterday off. They're playing their first road game in 8 games as they just played their last 7 all at home. They went 4-3 straight up. Two of those losses were by 1-0, 2-0, so they won or covered the spread in 5 of those 7. I get why the Giants are minus 270 on the money line here, especially with Carlos Rodon on the mound, but we're getting plus 1.5 on the run line versus a team playing their 12th straight game, of which the last 10 all were on the road. They've also traveled a ton over the last 3 days. And I don't know about you, but I've done, I don't even know, 8 or 10 trips already this year. Vegas, LA a couple times, Chicago, wherever the hell else I've been. But I would just 1 day of travel. I'm not kidding you. It takes it out of you. So I can't imagine the last 3 straight days traveling from Washington to Milwaukee and Milwaukee to San Fran and all this shit.
Yeah.
And then you're home for the first time in almost 2 weeks, coming off 10 straight road games. So I can't imagine 3 straight days doing that, returning home. It feels like a major flat spot for me. We're getting 1.5 at even money, which is hard to pass up here. Here's the deal. Dalton Jeffries gets to start for Oakland. He's 1-2 with a 1.17 ERA and an impressive 0.98 whip. He's pitched 15.1 innings. He's given up 12 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 home run, and only has walked 3 batters in 15.1 innings. He also did this versus a Blue Jays lineup that is probably second up there with the Dodgers for the best lineup in baseball, the Phillies, and then the Orioles. While Oakland likely has a harder time versus Rodon, I don't think it's going to be easy here for the Giants in the spot there either. So Dalton's gone 5 to 6 innings. Dalton Jeffries, he's gone 5 to 6 innings in 2 of his 3 starts. One of them he went 5, one of them he went 6. Oakland does, though, hit the ball better on the road as well, which is good because they're on the road here. So Oakland hits. So this is kind of what I was talking about earlier, splits. They're hitting 224 on the road versus 186 at home. And as far as righties, lefties, they hit lefties at 202, righties at 212. So it's not like a big discrepancy there, like for the White Sox, for example, who crush lefties and suck at hitting righties. It's pretty equal, at least so far. It's a limited sample size to start the year, but they do have, I think 168 at bats against lefties or whatever it was. So it's decent sample size. This is a value play, just like the Giants were yesterday. Giants really didn't do much at the plate yesterday until late against the Brewers. They luckily got a 2-run shot in I think it was the 8th, to ultimately win the game 4-2. And here's the thing. Oakland can lose this game by a run, and we still cash. We don't need Oakland to win this game. Oakland might not do a ton at the plate, but I don't expect the Giants to do a ton either versus Jeffries tonight. I think it's a flat spot for the San Francisco Giants. So I am on Oakland run line plus 1.5 at even money for 2 units. So
run it up.
Run it up.
I love it, man. I love it.
Oh,
I think it's a great spot.
Zach Levine out with COVID?
I guess so. Breaking news, Adam Schefter.
Damn.
Who cares? They're done.
They're done.
They've been done. They know they're done.
So yeah, guys, it's always tough. I like betting on the Giants. Trust me, I do. Last night was on them because getting them at plus 160 was insane to me. Especially the way the Giants hit the ball compared to the way the Brewers hit the ball. I get they had a way better pitcher on the mound, all that stuff, but Giants still have one of the better bullpens in the league. They showed that last night. And really, the Brewers were lucky to get that first run. I watched that play, and Dominic Leone had a pickoff attempt to second, and it was there's no point in doing it, and the throw was way off, and he gave them that Brewers run single-handedly on an error. So I don't know. The Giants bats scare me. They also seem to be one of the more consistent teams in the league, but 12 straight days is a lot, especially all on the road. And I just see it as a flat spot here. So, and Oakland had 7 straight games at home. They had the day off yesterday, first road game in almost the same time, a couple of weeks. I like Oakland run line here. So.
I love it, man. It's a great value spot. Great explanation. And run it up.
Let's go.
Is there any other MLB spot that you wanted to touch on, Mike?
Not really. I'm probably going to be posting another one here soon, but that'll be for VIP. I may have we'll see. I'll have 3 or 4 MLB today, 3 for sure. 2 are posted right now. There's 1 more I'm for sure going to post. Maybe 2. So I'll probably have 4 MLB today. I have 2 NBA up right now. I have 1 NHL up. So it'll probably be a smaller card for me, kind of like it was yesterday. Mm-hmm. And then I don't have any parlays posted, but I'm going to get working on those here right after this. So expect some parlays to be posted here soon as well. And I'm going to have a couple. I'm going to have one. You'll see in the write-up it's a bigger parlay, but you'll see in the write-up if you're VIP. But it's going to be like risking like 0.8 units to win 10 units, $10,000 that I think we have a very good shot at cashing. And then I'm going to have probably like a 4-teamer to win 10 units, 10 grand. And then I'll have a few to win, 5 units, 5 grand. Yep. If you haven't noticed, guys, I try to risk 3 to 4 units a day, on parlays, with the goal being at least hit one to cover the other ones, profit just a tiny bit minimum by hitting one, or we hit 3 or 4 and hit 4 parlays for $20,500 like we did on Friday night. So obviously you want to hit as many, but I like the slate a lot today. I'm not going to have a ton of straight bets for my standards by any means, but that might be a good thing. So I'm going to focus in on the shit I like, figure out some different combinations, throw them in parlays, and let's run that shit back again today. So
beautiful, man. Beautiful. Yeah. Short slate yesterday. And look, it was a very, very nice day. Last but not least, you got anything on the ice tonight? Anything you want to talk about? Season coming to the end?
Yeah, I mean, I got one play up right now. There's a lot of big favorites tonight, typical end of the year stuff. The Carolina Rangers game will be really, really good. I don't know if any of you are looking at that game. I maybe lean Rangers at home -120, just a lean. You got Edmonton, Pittsburgh will be a good game. The Capitals, Islanders will be a good game. The Capitals need to win because they do not want to play the Florida Panthers in the playoffs. So they're trying to win. I think Ovechkin, he went out in the third period in the last game against the Leafs that they ended up losing. They're up 3-1. You got Calgary, Nashville. You got Las Vegas, Dallas, which probably would have been a better showdown had Vegas won the last game.
Yeah.
You got the Blues, Avalanche. So yeah, there's a few games. There's a lot of maybe not so much playoff implications because a lot of the teams who's going to be in, but it's more seeding. So there's a lot of big games for seeding. Right. But yeah, I'm excited. The NHL playoffs, I think, start like May 2nd. So they're coming up here. Should be good. Should be good.
Playoff hockey's, oh, man. It's great to watch, dude. The environments are just so popping.
Have you been to a playoff hockey game?
Yeah. I've been to a few for the Blackhawks and then Stanley Cup game for them as well. So absolutely just.
See, I'm looking forward to this year because last year with the COVID stuff, like the Wild, they only let in like 4,000 people into the stadium, and you had seats next to you blocked off for social distancing.
Right.
Like it's not the same, man. No. That was the worst playoff experience I've ever had. The playoffs are meant to be sold out, packed, everyone going nuts. Yep. Obviously that home ice. So I'm excited for that to be kind of back to normal here.
You're right. That's big, man. That's really big, especially with home ice advantage and all that different stuff. COVID with.
And it'll be nice to see the Canadian teams be able to do that too. Them finally having fans again because they're kind of the last ones to lift those restrictions. So.
Yep. Definitely is going to be exciting stuff coming. Big Mike, last comment here. Let's just have another day and week. Mike, any closing notes?
Not really, guys. Oh shit. Sorry, Siri's up here. Not really, guys. Let's have another day today. Like I was saying in a video last night, we need to finish up double-digit units each and every week. Is it going to happen every single week? Probably not. But I feel mentally I'm good. I'm locked in. And hopefully that's showing here the last, few days, even since I wasn't bullshitting, guys, when I was talking about changing the system. Since we did that, it's been a lot better. Yeah, there's been some back and forth days, some back and forth weeks, but we're in the green 2 out of the last 3 weeks. Not as last week didn't end up as much as I would have liked. Finished up about just under 7. It was like 6.9 units or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. But that was with a bad Sunday, or not a bad Sunday. The Vegas was Sunday, right? The Vegas
thing. Yeah.
So we finished down like 6 units that day. Should have finished down a unit and a half. So we should have been up 10 units on the week.
Right.
It was a bad, I think, Saturday finishing down like 10 units. So I wasn't happy with the way we finished last week. Yeah, I finished up 7 units, but we need double digits each and every week. And I'm confident that we can get there. We got a great start this week. We're already up almost double digits this week. So it's just get some consistency here and start doing it back-to-back days here. So that's what we need. So that's the goal for today. Tomorrow, we'll worry about tomorrow. We'll just worry about today, and that's all we can do.
Day by day, baby. Day by day. Thank you guys so much for watching. I say it every week, and I'll always say it. You guys make the show what it is, dropping the comments in here and interacting with us. It's why we do this show. So thank you. As always, invest wisely, and remember, let's live freely.